Oh yeah.
Evening.
Hi.
How you doing?
Yeah, better. Just still a bit COVID-y, but well, not COVID-y, just poorly.
Poorly.
Yeah, it's been a rough couple of weeks in my house.
Dear me, dear me.
Just
Well, unfortunately,
getting better.
it meant you missed the pre-season test day.
It did. Yeah, I was in bed. I was really poorly.
That's it. Messaging us, going, "Hello. Is there any updates going on? Is there any live videos going on?" I was like, "No, mate. If you're not here, you ain't seen nothing."
No,
Basically, because I
sat
was
there refreshing EC slips,
nah, that's it. Well, I was too busy
which is
sulking
all
around.
wrong as well. It was
Well, I
just
was just too
half a
busy
number
sulking
plate.
around. Yeah, well, that's the problem. Obviously, with the preseason test day, most of the guys had their race numbers on, but then we did have a number of cars who club members who haven't got the race numbers on, or we had a couple of extra people who joined in just to support the day. And obviously, if you're sitting at home just looking at the number plates, you're sitting there scratching your head trying to work out who is who.
Yeah.
But you know, it was a good day. It was a successful day.
It looked brilliant.
Thankfully, yeah. And I think definitely, I really hope that we keep this on the cards every year because it starts off getting everyone together. It enables us to get a load of photos of everyone's car pre-season, kind of for media and stuff like that. So like when you're sending into the magazines, at least
Well,
we've
yeah,
got fresh photos and new racers instead of using last season's stuff. So
plus,
it's been perfect.
it's a pre-season test day. I mean, who doesn't want a pre-season test day? The people obviously do their winter upgrades, and it's a brilliant chance to go out and test, on a good track. And it isn't like the big run what you brung Q. See the clubs there, everyone's there to help you out and stuff. So it's I think we should try and make that into an annual pre-season thing.
That's it. David says I still
that.
need numbers. David said I still need numbers. Dave, I'll send you the link and you can order the numbers because obviously we want to try and get them on your car ready for GTI.
Absolutely, yes, please. Yeah, that makes life so much easier if everyone's got the numbers on their car. Because I remember saying to everybody, "Make sure you get numbers." And everybody went, "Yeah, numbers are on the car," and I was literally writing them on in the pairing lane.
Yeah, no, that's it. I mean, it doesn't look as professional if everyone's got shoe whitener on. We like people to have all their race numbers on there.
It looks loads better with the class prefix and the number, I think. So
that's it.
Try and look a bit tidier. But yeah, round one.
So
soon, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I mean, let's look at this, shall we? Look, VW Pro, 16 cars. That's pretty damn good. I think. And if you look on there, and do you know what my favourite bit on here is? If you look at engine CC and you scroll down to Jake Fronda's.
Yes.
7.5 litre. I've had a few people are looking at that going, I think he's got a bit of a typo there. Golf fan.
In there. That should be a 1, surely.
And actually, and then you look further down, you got Ian Dance with a boogie bob. Yeah. 4.5 litre in the Beetle as well.
I might work mine out into cubic inches. There's like 179 cubic inches or something.
Yeah, no, I think it's Graham Fairhead is the only one who's put 1,800 cubic inches. That's a ginormous engine.
And
Dave Crowe. Yeah,
he's got 2 cc's. He's got a lawnmower.
That's it. And then Sportsman just basically smashed it.
Yes,
with 22. So that's good. I mean, considering it's the start of the season, it's not the best start of the season, like world-wise, because a lot of people are getting higher bills. Drag racing, of course, is kind of
a luxury, isn't it? I mean, to some people, it's just everything. And I'll just sell things to go. But Yeah, it's a wicked turnout, isn't it? I can't believe how many people have done it. It's going to be. I think didn't Pod
Did you
say
see
it was the biggest Easter weekend for like 14 years or something, whatever. I can't remember. I saw a
ever?
post
No,
earlier.
ever.
Yeah. This is going to be
Ian
wild.
said SPRC has been running since the 80s, and that's the largest event entry they've ever had for any meeting since they started. Now, considering where we are and where we're coming out of,
Yeah, that's pretty
to have
special.
to have an entry that big, which is 99% English or British racers as well.
And sportsman
That's
races.
not
There's
and
like loads
sportsman
of
races.
not professional teams there, is it? This isn't F1. This is people building cars in their sheds and taking them
No,
apart.
that's it.
No.
So
Yeah,
it's
wicked.
amazing. It's going to be good. And then, of course, two of the guys that we've got on this evening, the final picture there, we've got 8 rookies starting off the season at round number 1, kicking off rookie of the season.
Yeah,
I
fine
think
style.
it's going to be I mean, and it's good to see Darren Walsh on there.
I know. Who's going to take
I didn't
photos
even.
now?
Abby's on beer drinking duties and taking photos now.
Who's going to wake the junior dragsters up at 3 o'clock in the morning now?
Probably Darren.
Darren's trying
Probably
to get
still
a proper
Darren.
night's sleep.
But yeah, as you can see on there, we've got John Gallant on there, who we've got
Yeah.
on the show tonight. We've got Jonathan Newall, or Lee, as we've got him on here because we've got his middle name because I stole it from the Darling Day. And then of course we've got Jerry Sadler, we've got Hazel Carter. Obviously, you didn't get to see Hazel running with the Passat. That's a lovely looking
Very
car.
cool car.
And
That I like that a lot.
she's already hooked because she left the event going, I need some slicks. I'm fed up of wheel spinning.
That didn't take long, did it?
No. And then we've got, of course, Alex Day, who
Yeah.
will still be 16 years old when we come to race at Easter, which is like crazy, really, if you think about it. And then we've got the Skoda Octavia at the end there as well.
Was it Alex's 16th birthday, wasn't it? Heads up.
It was, yeah, last year at GTI.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, October. I remember that very well. Yeah, that was what a way to spend your 16th birthday.
It was.
Yeah.
So, of course.
That's super cool, isn't it?
That's it. As we said, so round number 1 of the VWDRC Championship, that's our bracket rounds, that is now closed. Round number 2 closes next Friday.
Yeah.
So, very soon. So we're already got a barrel rolling in. You need to get your entries in for that. I spent 40 minutes yesterday literally just going through and I did all of the entries. Done. Now I don't have to think about it for the rest of the year.
Get them done. Just get them down, select backs, and you can pay a couple of days beforehand. It's all nice and easy because it's a lot easier to do it that way rather than rush around at the last minute. Or worse.
I like to.
Worst cases, end up paying double.
Yeah, well, I like to pay. I always like to pay Ian on the Friday before because if you leave it to the week of the race meeting, he might be tempted to ring you and go hello, and if he has to ring you.
Yeah. I had a phone call at Pod once. I forgot to pay, and I was already in. It was I was drinking a beer in my van.
I'm here, mate. What are you on about? What are you going to do about it? No, whatever you do, don't. Yeah, you don't want them having to chase you because at that point,
we do.
It becomes awkward.
They are busy, so help them help you is a message, Aaron.
And of course, this Friday, as you can see scrolling on the bottom, is closing date for GTI Spring Festival. Essentially, so we can give Santapod the entry list. They can put that on the website as well. And it gives Abby the time to sort the tickets out and give them to Brian and get all the entries sorted out. Of course, if you're entering that round, you can arrive on the Saturday night from 5 o'clock onwards. And you get in and you can stay over free. That, of course, that's open to all VWDRC members. If you want to do the Saturday testing, then, of course, you need to sign on and pay for the Saturday run with your brung and a Saturday ticket. The usual deal, but if you just want to get in the night before to set up, because if you're not, then the gates don't open until 8 o'clock in the morning the next day. You will not get in any earlier. You will be in the queue with general public, meaning by the time you get round, you've got to unload your car, get your stuff ready, get yourself signed on, and be down ready to race at 9 o'clock.
I'll be around.
It's quite stressful if you're doing that. You don't want to be doing that before round 1.
It is a very very sort of short morning at all the heads up rounds, because it is get up, track open, go, pretty much. Obviously, you need to get signed on, get all your stuff together, get everyone together. So it is worth coming down on the Saturday night.
Yeah, definitely. I can see. Look, we're going all the way to Norway. Tron is in the house. He says two cubic inch. That's a very small engine. Yeah, I think that's a little bit of a typo. And of course, Nigel Gregson in his house. He was our final rookie on there. Hopefully, he's going to have that Skoda Octavia fixed, because he entered Bug Jam last year. I'm sure it was Nigel that I raced at Bug Jam in the Sportsman versus Pro, and he killed a clutch on that car, racing me in there, and then so he didn't actually get to do the race. So that's why he's able to do rookie again this year.
Yes,
so,
yes.
Anyway, right. That's the usual waffle done. Of course, the people who are watching want to see some rookies, and we're going to be kicking it off with this little delight here, aren't we? Look at that.
FIA approved shirt.
Of course, we'll whack him in the stream. Even John.
Here is Eva John.
Yeah, you're right.
Good, I'm good. Look, I've got to flick and pay. There we go. Look, we need that shirt in its all its glory.
That is some shirt, John.
Yeah, it's
now, of course,
Mr. Dawson's fault. I think it was was it COVID Cup 2020 action, and I had this because it was for a crap shirt competition, and believe it or not, I came second.
There was one shirt worse than that in the world.
There was a shirt worse than this.
Yeah, it's the one Paul's wearing right now.
Excuse me.
No, but I ended up just wearing it to action, and I think Dave was helping Charlie push the 5 up down the pairing lanes, and went, "Oh my god, that shirt! That's got to be a thing." And here we are.
Here we are.
That's where the Taco Cat name come from, then.
Yes, indeed.
I just can't believe you found a shirt like that.
Amazon is a strange and dark
money
place
for it as well. It's incredible.
That's it. So, obviously, this year you'll be racing your new purchase, which is the Scirocco.
Yep, not so new, kind of backup car. I've had it a couple of years.
Okay.
Debogening it from the previous owner, but we're getting there.
Do you want to give us a couple of details about it?
Yeah.
Give us a couple of details on the engine and stuff.
It's your standard sort of Mark 1 Golf DX injection, so good old K-Jet, which is currently working fine. So it's working. You leave it alone. If anyone's ever owned a K-Jet car, it's running. It's got not KWs, Vitek coilovers, just a sporty back box, K&N panel. You know, the usual bits and pieces. Nothing special. I think it's probably running about 100 horsepower if we're lucky.
Doesn't matter, mate. It's bracket racing.
Yeah.
How did you get on at test day?
Not too bad. I mean, I only did the morning session because my knee decided to give up and say that was enough for the day after that. But I think I did, was it 4 runs within 0.15 of a second of each other?
That's not bad.
So it's not too bad. And then I had a complete fluke run where I got a 0.094 react and a 1748 quarter. So
nice.
Ideal.
So
the thing is with the reaction time, you'll get used to it. The more races you do, the more you'll practice, the calmer you'll get doing it. And then, like most people, like, let's be honest, John Crawford's probably sitting there right now with the Jegs app going 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2,
I can hear John Crawford's pen and paper scribbling away from here.
Yeah.
Taking notes on the competition.
That's it. Well, you know, he does take notes on his drivers, you see. Sportsman's a very competitive class, and they're being a previous champion.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, in fact, we do have the professor on the show in a couple of weeks' time. He specifically wanted the Monday before we go racing.
Okay.
Tactical.
Yeah,
he wants to try and
get the old mind games going.
Yeah, that's it. It doesn't work on us, does it, Paul?
We don't care.
We just go, Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
We're not going to win. We've got a beer instead. To be fine.
Yeah.
There you go. John Crawford's waving in the house. So yeah,
Yeah.
Matthew Bennett Simon's in the house. Zach Bennett says needs a 20 valve.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Zach and his 20 valve the world.
That's it. Sambo's in the house. He says evening, ladies.
Evening, Sambo.
Bloggo's in the house. See, everyone's coming to join us. So of course,
It's the shirt. It's the drawer of the shirt. It must be.
it is. It is. Did you do the dial-in day?
I did not, but I've done
loads
of Room What You Bring. I don't know if you can see over my shoulder here. There's a picture of my old
Yep.
Corrado on the strip. So,
Okay.
Carefully
What
placed.
did you run in that?
When you turned up.
Well, I think that was the 1 or 2 runs I managed to get before the radiator went bang.
Or was it? Did it go bang on the track? Were you a popular person?
Not sure. I got up the top of the strip, and the obviously the coolant light started going, and then we pulled up in the strip in the pits, and there was just water coming out the bottom. So,
everyone's favourite that.
Nice.
Yeah. So like that's not going back around then.
So before, when you raced that, what engine was that?
That was a VR. So.
Oh. Very nice.
So, I'll get some people excited. What it, Jacob?
Now, of course, you said earlier the Scirocco is kind of your backup car. Were you looking to get something else, or?
Yeah, I had a lead on a BAM TT for about £700. Needed a bit of fettling, short MOT, the usual, but sort of agreed to buy it. And he got funny with the V5 and then sold it to someone else. So I was like, okay, maybe a lucky dodge there.
Yeah, might have swerved the paint there.
Yeah, so unfortunately not because it would have been nice, TT, Taco Cat. But, you can't, beggars can't be choosers.
Are you going to be getting any stickers on your car?
It's cooler than a TT.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's do that. I don't know, Luke. There's enough stickers on it already, as you can see. But I think I might need to take some off to make room for sponsor ones.
Yeah, that's it.
Always need sponsor stickers.
Yeah, run out of space on the back screen. The right-hand window is very full. Going to be interesting to see where I'm going to put them at Easter.
There's always paintwork. Don't worry.
Yeah, I think. Well, there's lots of coverage to cover up.
Well, there you go.
Sponsor stickers can hide all kinds of scratches and paint imperfections, can't they?
They come in perfect for that. That's it. What's it? John Crawford. I can feel. John Crawford says, "I can feel a shirt off coming on."
Ooh,
I don't know whether I should. I don't know whether I should be worried by that or not.
I don't know.
Does that mean
it sounds sexy, doesn't it?
A shirt. A crap shirt off or a decent shirt off, though.
Or just taking your shirt off. We'll find out, hopefully, at round one. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to round one because, obviously, we get to meet people. I mean, most people we've met, like, just in passing sort of thing. And it's been like, hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
And people have had, like, a day and stuff like that. But when we get to Easter, we're down for we're down for 4 days. Yeah. So it gives people a good chance to mingle around the pits, and obviously you'll find probably night number 1 we'll probably have a big sort of gathering together, and everyone will have a start of the season get together, and then from there on, like, people will like disappear into different sort of, they might be in their own pits or stuff like that. But the one thing that all the newbies have got to remember is just walk in. Don't worry about sitting there going, well, people have got gazebos and stuff and it looks a bit like enclosed in there. Don't worry about it. Literally just wander in, say hello, introduce yourself.
Yeah. Well,
and that's the quickest way.
With me, so.
Yeah. Is the Scouse coming with you?
He is. He's crewing.
Excellent.
Yes.
So he was straight on the blower to get a ticket for sponsorship.
Good lad. I mean, Matthew's been coming to crew with like me and I say he came in crew. He'd basically come and sit in the bus, and then he'd push Jacob's car every once in a while.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you just turn up and you're like, "Hey, how you doing?" It's like
Very
nice
good.
to see you back in the country.
Been
Yeah.
in
And
Dubai for 6 months.
Yeah, and then we'd hear fables of the car that might nearly be on
Oh no,
on the floor.
the last
Sounds
time I saw it
very Andrew
would have
Vogt, doesn't
been,
it?
I think last time I saw it, it was August last year, and it was no further on. He's been too busy country hopping and building a Land Rover.
Yeah, that's it. Oh well, right. We got Jonathan waiting in the wings as well because 2 Johns is not enough. Do you know what? We nearly ended up with 3 Johns at this rate because I thought John Crawford was going to join us, and then he was like, no, I'm going to do the other one. I was like, okay, and then we found another John to replace you. Now, yeah. So we're going to bring him into the stream, another one of our rookies.
Hello.
Good evening. You bear with me 1 second while I flip the screen and put you into fortified mode. There we go. Look, you've even put Jonathan Newall as your name.
Always getting it wrong. Even when you were shouting out first and I'm doing dialing, I was like, it's Jonathan Lee.
Well, I told you, that's all it says on the thingy, and that's what I have to work with.
I can call you Rebecca.
I don't mind that. I'll go wait until I get my wig on and all that and put my dress on.
Well, it's just a normal thing in the pits. Let's be honest.
You should speak to Matt Atwood. He'll give you some tips about makeup.
That's
why I thought it was Drag Race, but
different kinds.
Matt as well.
So, Jonathan, you've obviously been hanging around the pits last year. We sort of saw you joining in with Jay and Guy Foley and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was along with Lee.
Lee Caudry.
Yeah. So,
did that kind of get you roped into the club?
Yeah, well, I think what was it? I think it was a couple of years ago. I came to the GTI Fest with a few of my friends, and we watched it from there. And it wasn't long ago before that I actually got caught speeding in my car that I'm using for racing. And the missus, she just was like, I'm signing you up for this. The car's going off the road. So, nice. From there, we met Lee, who that was through like Tuning Techniques, who's also my tuner as well. I came along, what was it, Springfest or one of the last ones where Lee blew up his engine. He's probably done it a couple of times actually now.
The main one I can remember is Bug Jam, but
I don't think it was that. Yeah, it was one after that, I think, after he's replaced the engine. But...
Was that
actually no? I think he did Bug. I think he did Bug Jam, and then possibly he did. I think he skipped the open sport, the green light, and I think he did national finals. And I think he had an issue like almost straight away.
I think
that was it.
Finals.
Yeah.
That would have been September time.
Yeah, that'll be about right.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's when I first met you.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so from there, I kind of gave him a bit of intel on helping him build his forge bottom end, and that's the old car there. And we went on. I can't think if it was last year. I came along to help crew for him and help him with tuning as well, sending live data back and forth to Chris. I thought my car was slowly getting in the progress of being ready, but I had issues with like roll cage, and I didn't realise how much regulation stuff I needed. I think it's been about 2 years for the car to be actually fully prepared. And it's been an absolute nightmare running up even to, the test day, getting the car ready just for them. And we got there literally with like fuel leaks. The car wasn't even running when we brought it there. It was an absolute nightmare. We didn't think the test day would even work. No, I was battling away with the car trying to get it ready in the morning, and I think we'd done like our first actual run down the strip. And I've never been down the strip in the car, nor have I
Nice.
really been down the strip at all, really, in the car. Until this year with dialing, which was like the daily. So yeah, we had a lot of factors to get used to. One was even just being on slicks. We went down our first test down the track was at 20 psi, and then we were spinning in second gear, and then we started dropping down the pressures, and then finding that we were spinning a lot less and a lot less. And then it was when I done the 11 second, we had I think it was 8.5 psi in the tyres, and then I started doing burnouts, and I launched the car, and I was like, whoa! And I was meant to be doing the dial-in elimination, and the car it was making this weird sound, I don't know if it was the tyres where there was rippling and then pinging. And I thought the car was broke, so I lifted off and I thought, oh, no, we're still moving forward. So I just buried back into it. And then I don't know who was in that Ford, but I caught up with him way before the finish line. And I thought, oh, this is too good to waste. I'm going to get my 11 seconds. So I just kept it buried. And I broke out over a second, I think it was.
Well, I was doing the commentary on that day, so I'm kind of keeping an eye out as the people are coming round, but I knew the ones who were VWDRC members, and they might obviously. The idea was you being kind of your daily driver road car, so I'm checking them off as I go around, and then I think you did. It was in the second competition, and I think you may have won the first round and the second round, so you were doing quite well in the competition.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay. Here comes Jonathan again, and then as soon as you went, I was like, "Well, that 60 volts just a game changer." And I was like, "What's he doing?" It was like he's flown past the next car. I was like, "He's going to lose this one," and it was 11 seconds. And of course, Lee Cordery had only just a few days before done his 11-second run, and he's like, "Yes, 11-second Leon," and then you were like, "Pow!" destroyed his time.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah. So.
Do you think that the dialing day was obviously helpful and worthwhile doing for people who may be looking for next year sort of thing?
Yeah, so much. I think we're going to definitely do it next year. Annoying thing was that we actually, in the end, I don't know who won it, but they actually got not just a trophy, they got an entry for sprint. No, not. Can't think of the name.
It's usually any one of the national rounds, the 2-day meetings. So
yeah.
I mean, but
they got the entry, and I was thinking, damn, I missed out there. I should have broke out.
It's a good promise.
Yeah. Well, this is why we tell everyone every year is do it in your daily driver, because you're not aiming for a personal best. You're just concentrating on doing the job at hand, and then every year someone gets a free entry into the event. And obviously you have the two competitions, so it's not just whoever wins the competition, it's the most points over the two competitions. So I think because Nigel Gredson's Mrs. Sharon Bassendale, she won the first one, and I was like, hey up, here we go. I was like, we're doing it. But then she went out in round number 1 on the next one, so was dumped out, and it was the chap with the BMW that ended up winning the day. So
see,
I know
if I stuck to it, I because I know what it's like when you got a really loud car coming past you or chasing you down. You can't hear your own engine, and I've been in other people's vehicles like daily drivers, and they've been blasting around in my car. And I've been driving, and I'm thinking, gosh, this car's got nothing. And I'm maxing out the RPM, and because I can't hear their car, and I thought, I got me upper hand just in that.
No, I had that on the test day. There was that what was it? That Civic or any one of those Golfs from Scotland that were just blistering 9s all day. And I remember being up against the Civic, and I was like, I can't hear my car, and this thing just went vroom, and properly gapped me. And I was like, oh, that'd be why.
That's good.
No, that's it. Well, obviously you thought those cars were noisy. With when we come around to round 1, you've got some of the other noisy cars like him just up there. He's got a noisy car. Pops and bangs. Yeah, and Jacob is especially noisy.
Or,
Mine is relatively quiet compared to Mr. B's.
Is it louder than Charlie's up?
Yeah.
Mine's a little tiny 20 valve, they just
I just remember Charlie's when he took the exhaust off after it melted the floor pan and then just went, I'm going to send it. And it was the loudest thing I've ever heard.
I'm looking forward to seeing that done.
It's looking close, isn't it?
It does look very close. He's running out of time.
Well, he did put the entry. He did put the entry in, didn't he?
Yeah, I saw that.
He's entered into the event, and obviously Goose has now started stripping his car because there's parts coming off his car that's going on to Charlie's. So they've been working on it every weekend. So
Actually, I have a question for Goose. It's about all the wiring coming out. I'm like, isn't there an extra cylinder in yours, Goose, compared to that one, or is it free?
We'll make it work.
You just put it on there. Don't worry about that extra cylinder. Nothing to worry about. No, that's it. And then, of course, Jonathan Newall, Lee, yes,
Rebecca White.
Yeah. Well, you're going to be so double-barreled this year. I'm going to make sure I put all these surnames on the computer. So when you do come round,
first name Jonathan-Rebecca.
Yeah, that's it.
Newall-Lee.
Yeah, so obviously you've caged your car and you're good to go.
I've not even had it tagged yet. I don't know. I don't even know what the drill is on well. But
okay, so technically you don't need your cage tagged until you're running 9-second quarter miles. A lot of people do though go and see because obviously at the first event this year we are back to actual proper scrutineering. And again, this is just a reminder to all the club members, because I know a lot of people have done COVID Cups for the past 2 years, so they've never done scrutineering yet. What you're going to want to do, which most people did anyway, is for the race meeting, you ideally want to arrive the day before. So, say, what's Easter? We start qualifying on the Friday, don't we?
Friday.
So
it's the 15th. So we're going to get there on the Thursday, aren't we? So the 14th.
Yeah. So you want to be there on the Thursday so you can get yourself set up. Usually from about 12 o'clock lunchtime until about 5-6 o'clock, depends on the day, depends on how happy the scrutineers are. You can get your car scrutineered the day before, so then you're done and dusted, ready to race. You can chill out and be ready for the next morning. If not, technically you get a timed slot and you get a sheet that tells you to go at a certain time, but everyone just wakes up and it's kind of like a free for all. But you're not allowed to run your engine and before 9 o'clock. So it means you've got to push your car to scrutineering, which at 7 o'clock in the morning is a pain in the arse. Not only do you not want to do it, your crew are like, oh, why are we pushing this up there? So
especially when you've got a heavy car.
Yes, like his moon.
No one likes pushing my car.
No, that's it. So yeah, again, to all of our new guys, all the new guys and all the recently seasoned people, you want to be arriving the day before. And then a tip for you when you come to the summer for Bug Jam, you want to arrive 2 days before. So you're going to arrive on the Thursday, because that way you get, obviously on the Thursday night we have the club pit party. You miss all the queues, of course. Obviously Santa Pod now do this early arrival, so there is quite a few people in there. But the Thursday night of Bug Jam is a nice legendary night, which we do actually need to work out a theme for again. So the people that
we'll think of
shirts
in there.
We could go with the shirts.
We could.
Yeah.
Bad Hawaiian shirts. It's an idea.
see, Paul's like, we could go with shit shirts, but
yeah,
other options are available.
It's an idea.
In fact,
I mean, like I said, put it in the comments if you can think of any ideas what we should do for Bug Jam.
Yeah, I think perhaps next week we'll do a quick. Well, sorry, when John Crawford is on. Maybe we could do a sort of pre-race. Let's go through scrutineering, just because no one's done it for. When was the last time we did it? 2019. You know,
yeah, that's it.
And
I'm sorted. I'm golden.
Well, I still have to get my new cage tagged, which hopefully they'll be fine with. So
yeah, obviously I'll have to put the Scirocco through each time, so I'm just sort of just getting it all together, and I'm literally turning up as early as I can on Thursday before Festival of Power, just so I can get all of that car. And then
literally for your car, because it's a road legal car, the guys are going to look at it and go, "Is it road legal?" And you'll be like, "Yeah," and they'll go like, "Sweet," and they shall reach in, they get the steering wheel, and they'll go wobble wobble, and then they'll get the seat and go wobble wobble,
a bit and then say,
pull the seat belt. He'll push the brake pedal, and he'll wobble your wheels so that make sure they don't fall off, and then he'll be like, "On your
About a normal MOT, that, isn't it?
yeah, essentially, yeah." So I mean, the only one thing they will be looking for is gaffer tape on the battery. If your battery's not in a battery box, you just put some gaffer tape over the terminals.
Yeah,
that's kind of one of the things that they'll be looking at. Like a return spring on the like an extra return spring on the throttle body, just in case the standard one breaks, then it pings it back. They're kind of the main things that they'll be looking for on a road car. But other than that, road cars just kind of just sail through because you've got an MOT. They're kind of like, it's MOT, just come in and go.
I've raced in road legal cars before. I didn't get asked for that. It was literally just wobble, kick tires, move on. You know, it's a road car.
You notice Polly put something up about maybe taking your like paper copies of MOTs. And stuff,
that's a good shout actually. If you can't get them, or PDFs or whatever.
Well, the thing is, if you've got it and it's in the glove box and they ask for it, instead of going on your phone going 1 second, 1 second, you just go, there you go.
This makes it a little bit easier for everyone, doesn't it? I think we'll try and get people like maybe buddied up a little bit. Those who haven't done it before, we'll get someone to go with them. You know, just show people the ropes. It's not particularly hard, but it is a little bit daunting.
That's it.
Just to make sure everyone's happy, really. You know, I don't mind. I'll go through scrutiny with everybody filming it. You know, just to make sure.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. We're like true British. We just like joining a queue, and as soon as we get back with another car, we'll walk up with the next one and go, "I'll queue again."
This is a lovely queue.
Yeah, that's it. You do spend most of the afternoon just up there. I mean, I'm going to be. Well, I was about to say I'm going to be spending most of the day rebuilding the car, but I'm not. Voices. But you know,
I'm going to be doing my wiring on the day before. I'm leaving it to the last minute.
We're all doing a Steve Pugh. We're going to build our cars in the pits.
Did he build a car in the pits?
He did.
Yeah, I think I heard about
that. He's never mentioned that. Never said anything about it.
I saw him actually get the car out for the first time in a long time. So I'm going to nag him again and go, get racing.
You think he'd mention that more, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's it. Right, what we got? Danby Salisbury says, nothing like a stream for motivation when you're laid under the car questioning life. That sounds a bit serious.
Oh, God, yeah.
Can't be that. It can't be that bad. Can't be that bad.
If you're under the car, have a little snooze. You'll wake up and feel better. That's fine.
Yeah, that's it. A little bit of rust in your eye. Yeah, you're all good.
I've been in for 3 hours. Must have done loads.
That's it. Matt Bennett Symes says it's all new to me. Totally different car to last time. It needs someone that races local to you to help check. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. If there's anything, as Matt says, if there's anyone local to you that can check over the car, just obviously say in the group. And there's always someone quite local to most people that doesn't mind just popping over and having a look.
I'm kind of southwestish.
That's it. Right. Lawrence Clark says, is scrutineering the same as checks carried out during the COVID? Exactly that. Essentially, what they did when they come around the pits and had a look at your car is exactly what they're going to be doing, except for you've now got to take your car up to the scrutineering shed. Essentially, you're going to put all your race gear in your car, you drive up, and then you go, yes, there you go. And they'll have a quick look through it.
Yeah.
It's
same stuff.
It's nothing scary. If your car is
safety gear is correct, checking your car is great. It's a good thing. There's no.
That's it. If you're confident that your car is safe and legal anyway, you've got no issues.
Absolutely not. You know, we've all had it at some point. There's been some issues happening scrutineering. In 13 years now, I've only been refused a race entry once. That was because my belts. I had a 4-point belt. It's supposed to be 5, and no one had noticed for about 3 years.
Were you even refused, or did you get a 1 meeting grace?
No, I got refused. Actually, I got a
Oh, did
refused scrutineering certificate from
Ooh.
scrutineering. Luckily, Goose had a spare 5-point in his passenger seat, which was really good. So I got that fitted and drove back up and got it sorted out. So yeah, you might get an issue like this needs sorting out, get it done for the next round, that sort of thing. The scrutineers are there to help you race, not to stop you racing. They want you to be safe,
Yeah.
which is fine. So whatever they say, do and listen to them, and eventually they'll start to know you and know your car, and then it becomes yeah, this is fine. Move on, you know. So we will talk about it.
Yeah. Now, obviously, some of the things they will be looking for, and obviously, I've got photos of Jonathan Newall's car here, and or Jonathan Lee. But obviously, your fuel cell there, so you've done a good job there. I saw someone asking in the club group yesterday, I think it was, about swirl pots and stuff like that. Yes, that's it. So obviously, you can see there, Jonathan's made a box.
That was an absolute nightmare.
Did you make this box, or is this something you've bought?
So I tried to haggle with some guy in like
this looks like some sort of musical equipment box, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like those.
Is your fuel tank soundproof?
I tried to haggle with some guy just to get hold of one, and he wouldn't. He wanted them all perfectly stacked, like to go together. Like they're quite expensive, like flight boxes, but he wanted like I think like 90 quid or something. But I was like, just give me one. I want one. And then in the end, I gave in. I was like, I'll have them all. Went there, got them, and he was asking me, and he was so proud of how stacked they were, like the way they all went together, like Lego. And I said to him, I'm going to cut it up. And he looked so in the face.
Don't worry. The best one is when you buy a perfect shell, and they're like, oh, it's rust free, oh, it's beautiful. Someone's going to build it up, and you're like, man, I'm going to cut it up and turn it into a race car.
This floor's coming out tonight, mate. Don't worry about it.
I reckon we're quite lucky that Amos has retired, because if John went into scrutineering and opened up the boot and he saw the old taco shirt there, he'd be like, whoa, what the hell is that?
Yeah, he'd been sick on the spot.
might just hide it under my race suit then, maybe.
That's it. Now, I've only got the one photo of the Ibiza engine. Obviously, you've got you've upgraded the Leon. Sorry, you've obviously upgraded the turbo.
Yeah, no, it's just
what details you got on that?
It's all BAM. All BAM, that.
No, it's not.
Where's Sambo? You need Sambo to adjudicate.
Yeah. Sports hammer.
It's definitely
Sambo knows. Sambo knows.
Sambo gives it. As the current KO3 record holder, yes, please. I will.
Are you though?
Yeah.
Oh no, they were KO4, weren't they? It was Lee who was KO4. You were KO3S.
S for strong.
Or was it?
Remember when I had the big turbo in a box in the garage and got told every day, or asked every day, if you fit the big turbo yet? And then people started accusing me of lying about it being a KO3 because it was going that quick. You must have fitted the big turbo. It's going that fast.
Hey, did well.
Wasn't a bad little set.
Again.
Was it?
No. I mean, again, you proved it. Literally, it's not about the power; it's about having the setup on the car.
Fully.
Yeah, I mean, Lee's a good demonstrator for that. Really, 11 nines out of a KO4, and once again, people just don't believe him. But you know, it's there to be, there to be seen. You know, it's incredible. And I've got I've got this massive lorry turbo, and I've managed to do 11.6, so which just seems bizarre. So power ain't everything, is it? So
I did 12. I did 12 on a KO3S.
So yeah.
Admittedly, it wasn't a four-wheel drive car with with some gas, but it's still quick for what it is. It's not. It's only 260 brake.
That's it. But it did weigh the moon, or it still does.
No, it doesn't. It only weighs 1,000 kilos. It's just really, really sticky. That's why it bangs out 1,460 foot.
Oh, is it?
That's incredible.
It's going to be even heavier now with extra cage as well and
Yes,
chute
I'm
and
much
stuff.
lighter. I'm much lighter and trimmer now. So it'll
Oh,
even,
are you?
yes,
Oh, I don't understand this.
it's moving more and eating less.
Yeah.
I do that as well.
Or just touch the wall a bit when you're weighing yourself on the scales and convince yourself that you're going.
Oh, is that how you do it?
No,
1 foot on, 1 foot off.
no, it's getting my fat ass on that bike every day, even though I don't want it, or riding around.
I was going to say, fair
You're
play.
loving the bike.
Watching
You're
that on
loving it.
Facebook. That's impressive.
Yeah, it's been. I really enjoyed it. Actually, I used to cycle loads, and I got quite bad arthritis. I've been to my new treatment for it, and at Christmas I was like, I'm just drinking and smoking far too much lately, so let's quit smoking. So it's been 3 months in where are 1, 2, 3, 4 days. No
Nice.
smoking, excellent, which is good. So feeling better for that, and yeah, just trying to lose a bit of weight. By doing a bit of cycling, it's been good. So I'm just trying to live longer, basically. My hair's falling out, my eyesight's going, and I was getting really fat and wheezy. So it's like some things you can't change,
Now, one of the things we need to talk about and promote this evening is, of course, drag days.
Absolutely, yes.
We now that the entry for round number 1 is in and that's kind of done and dusted, we can relax on that. We're starting to push round number 2 for entry for the VWDRC Championship, and obviously round number 1 of the Heads Up Championship. Of course, I should really be posting that just there so everyone can see all the dates. I'm sure you all know the dates, but the dates coming up. The elapsed times is now done and dusted. It has been sent for print. And they are going to be with us to hand out at the Festival of Power. John asked, will we have some to hand out from further rounds? Yes. We're having around about 1,000. I think we've ordered 1,000 copies, which I think we've got like 270 members. So we kind of ideally want to make sure all of our members get a copy. Now, obviously, we're going to try and be giving them out to the club members at the racetrack, because if we have to post them out, then that's a cost that the club's going to have to incur.
Yeah.
So ideally, we want to be handing them out to you. Obviously, we might get to some point where we post some out, but ideally, we're just going to be giving them out, and we'll be not giving them out, but selling them to the general public. I think there's a small cost on them if they're going to a general public, but let's be honest, it was minimal.
£2.50, wasn't it? Something
Yeah.
like that.
That's it. It was less. It was still less than what we're actually paying to have each one printed. But just for the general public, we were like, well, let's put a price on them and see if people obviously buy them, because they are a quality. I think it ended up about 85 pages, so it's like a full magazine size.
Yeah, there's been. I mean, obviously, I've written quite a bit of it, and I've seen all the previews, and it looks amazing.
The hardest thing was
the
hardest thing was that Abby was like, "Can everyone proofread this?" And I was like, "No, I'm not reading it because I want to read it in paper."
Yeah, I did a lot of proofreading.
Yeah, you did. I just left it to you, and I was like, Paul will do it. It's all
Paul
good.
will do it.
Yeah, it's all right. It's fine. I don't want to enjoy it.
Paul's laid up with COVID. He's got nothing better to do. He can read it.
This is it. Pretty much. That's pretty much all he had to do.
Real mind fog. I was struggling to turn the telly on. Couldn't operate the remote control properly. It does look amazing. I think the effort that's gone across the whole committee to put this together as a sort of commemorative 30th little piece is phenomenal. It looks absolutely amazing. I think everyone's going to be like, wow, when they see it as well. And hopefully going forward, we can make it into an annual thing. People will contribute, stuff like that. So
that's it. Now, Judgy very kindly got us a little like like you get the stall sort of thing that you get like a market. So we got like a proper market stall sort of thing that we're going to be able to stick the wife in. and she can sit there giving out the magazines. And then also we're going to have all of the T-shirts. We've got all of the mugs. I think Abby again is doing the reels and reels of stickers because they went fantastic last time.
Yeah,
the kids were just like, "Can I have a sticker?" It was like, "Have 10." And they were like, "Oh, 10 stickers." I was like, "Stick them wherever you can, mate. Put them all around Santa Pod." Yeah, that's it. No, stick them around Santa Pod. Everything like that. So yeah, we'll be giving out stickers loads this year, just where we can. But of course, what we're talking about is drag days. I know obviously money's tight for everyone, but what we really need to do is get some entries in for drag days, because we're not even a quarter of the way on the entries that we need. Obviously, we've hired Santa Pod for 2 days. So if any of the members that are watching that are thinking of entering drag days, really need to get some of those entries in, be it for heads up, for bracket, or for the index 12 class, just so we can kind of keep planning the event, because we're at the point now where I'm trying to start doing the scheduling of qualifying and stuff like that, and it's hard to do with the numbers at the moment. Once we've got more numbers in, then I can work out how many rounds of qualifying everyone's going to get, because it's not going to be so much of an event that you're going to come and do, I'm going to get loads of runs at, because you're entering a race where you can win a shitload of money.
This is probably the largest private purse and event of the year in drag racing. I think nobody else is doing this.
Nobody else can.
No other club has got the members or the capacity or the kind of drive to go and get this sort of stuff done. This is a full DRC only private race meeting. With thousands of pounds we won. This is going to be probably one of the best 2 days racing we're going to have this year, I reckon.
That's it. So, it is going to be good, and of course that one will be live streamed. We've hired Colin Theobald for commentary for the 2 days.
Yeah, Box Lane doing the video, aren't they?
Yeah,
Box Lane?
It's going to be. Yeah, Box Lane are doing it. Yeah. I've got to start doing the adverts for all the sponsors and stuff like that, because they're going to be featured on there as well, and of course, yeah. It's going to be a full production. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, one thing.
In the pits.
Yeah, man. No, you should be racing.
I want to make sure it's organised. So I will be not racing, but I'll be doing the behind the scenes stuff.
So what you're saying is you're going to let Sambo drive your car. Sambo drives.
Yeah.
No. You're straight back out there.
So I couldn't hear you.
Yeah. Sambo drives.
Sambo gives it.
He does. Lawrence Strikes says top trump cards as well. Yeah. I think there's a new run of top trumps. I think we're even looking at a third.
We're looking to get a third batch done at the moment. It is in hand. Obviously, there's no point doing the same cards again. And you need to have a certain amount for a batch. You can't have like a batch of 3. It's not going to work, is it? So you need to have it enough to fill up a batch of cards. We're looking at doing a third one of those.
But that's fighting talk.
Afraid.
I forgot I could do that. Oh dear.
No, I was saying you're more than welcome to use a Sirocco, but it won't trump anything apart from bad shirts.
Everything's welcome with top trumps. We are the inclusive drag racing club. Everyone's welcome. Everyone's car. It's not about how fast you go. It's how much fun you have, isn't it?
Mm.
No, that's it. It's like I nearly went there. No, I'm not going there.
Oh, nah.
I nearly said it's like the Jada Pinkett of the club. What?
If we get our hands tied right, Luke, I'll do this.
That's it. Sambo says Iberi, and I'll beat my Mark 1 time of 9.3. Talking of your Mark 1, Sambo, where's your Mark 1? Where's your man who bought that car? That needs to come back out again. There's so many cars still out there.
Dave was it Graveshead or Gravesend? I can't remember.
Gravestock, I think it was.
I can't mind his name.
Don't know, but who knows? Who knows?
Something
I
like
think that car is floating around somewhere, not getting raced, which is a shame because it's amazing.
There's always loads of cars out there that are missing. MIA. I'll tell you what's MIA. If you look on the entry list of this fabulous entry list here, see, fabulous 16 cars in pro, and all them sportsmen. We're almost MIA of most of our air cooled. We got Steve Metcalf, who's out in the Baja, which is great to see. Of course, Morgan Wilson is out. Connor Jones, I'm looking forward to seeing that beat. I don't know if you saw, Jonathan, what happened at the Dialing Day. Did you miss the action?
Yeah.
Connor was in the Beetle in the pairing lanes. He started up the car. He didn't realise it was in gear, and the throttle was jammed. And he started it and shot forward into the back of that 4x4.
Now I remember. That was terrible.
So hopefully,
bless him.
hopefully he's gonna get that fixed. But
Yeah.
it's one of those. It was one of those where you
proper
just,
cool car.
it's one of those where we say that's why you need that spring on your throttle body.
Yeah, that's a very good example of that, isn't it?
That's it. That was a 10p fix that wouldn't have caused that.
Although a spring won't stop anything from getting wedged in a carb. So.
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he mentioned something about putting springs in there or doing something, but there was something going wrong internally. I think it was like the rod for the butterfly.
All right.
I think possibly getting seized in, like where the bearing. I don't know if there's bearing in there. I'm not too familiarised with those sort of things, but yeah, that's the way I gather it.
Them old carburetors.
Yeah.
No, that's it. Right then, cool. Well, so David says hopefully he's going to manage an 8 at GTI. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the RS3 back out in action. Again, just a reminder of all of our wonderful members, GTI Festival, your entry needs to be in by this Friday, please.
Yeah.
Because go and join these lovely 4 that are already entered. Look at that. What a part. See, I made that while I was watching racing,
Nice.
Some of the things I get to do while I'm sitting there just going do. Right then, ladies and gentlemen,
looking forward to heads up. Luke will be there.
We're coming up to the hour. Yeah.
You're commentating. I'll be there doing stuff. Should be a good weekend.
I think it's going to be a very good weekend. Again, if anyone wants to come and join us for VWDRC TV next week, Dave, I think Dave wanted to get on, so hopefully maybe you'll come and join us from Scotland and let's talk about your RS3 and maybe some of the other guys that race for you. Gentlemen, I'll finish it with where is it? We found a new race face that Jonathan sent me. This. Look at this. Alex will love that. Look at that.
That's more where that came from.
Let's see.
This is taking mug shots.
When people say to us, they're like, "Oh, what do you think to open? What do you think to open face helmets?" And I'll be like, "This." That's the reason you don't have one.
Even the safety aspect aside, just no.
Yeah. Yeah, we said that, but no, it looks good. Right, and gentlemen, thank you very much. Hopefully, the VWDRC members or VWDRC fans who watch VWDRC TV on YouTube or Facebook have learned a little bit more about a couple of our new races for 2022. If you are watching VWDRC, make sure you have subscribed, make sure you've liked the Facebook page. Taco Cat, do you want to give us some of your socials? Any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, no, pretty much it's just Team Taco Cat VWDRC. There's a Facebook page and Instagram, which is easily findable. We're just looking forward to get cracking. I know I've got the Scouts supporting me and just looking forward to getting to know a few more people, to be honest, because obviously I know you guys through the Scouts and sort of been introduced to a few people. So it'd be good to put names to faces. I've got who's the guy with, Chris Poyner with the Green Goblin. Me and him have been talking quite a bit as well, so looking forward to sort of getting down track with him as well.
Well, hopefully, Chris has not entered into round number 1, but hopefully there'll be a few tickets flying around. And don't forget, if you're just a member of the VWDRC and you want to come along to Easter, do post in the group to see if anyone's got any spare tickets.
I currently have 1 ticket left, so putting it out there if anyone wants to sponsor me for 1 more ticket.
There you go. There you go. And Jonathan, Newall, Lee, Rebecca, Whitehead.
You can follow me on Instagram. It's Mark4Genesis_Genesis. That's my main or the only sort of social media that I've got. Although I do use a lot of Rebecca's Facebook. So, but yeah. There's not much going on there. Yeah. No. Low key.
There you go. Well, make sure you follow his Instagram, and of course, we'll share them on the VWDRC stuff. Of course. One thing I do need to... Oh, Chris Pointer says, I'm in the garage fixing it right now. Good lad. So we're in the background giving you inspiration.
Chris.
Just a reminder, when it...
You two posh boys might have conservatories, but you haven't got lights in there, have you?
No. Well, actually, I do, but I didn't know if it would be too bright.
I was going to, but then it required moving, and it's just not a good look getting up off my chair. But at least you're not seeing the bloody curtains.
Well, there is this.
Yeah.
Those are Rachel's curtains, so
they are Rachel's curtains, of course. I was going to say at Easter, which is Festival of Power. My man Tom Herbert, unfortunately, he's not entered. He's just waiting on his engine that's coming from Pro Race. As soon as that's in, I told him to enter in the golf, and he's like, no. He's like, I need to enter in my Corrado. He's like, I'm going to wait till everything's perfect. But Tom's going to be running around all weekend. He's going to be running around all weekend doing filming. He's going to be doing interviews in between rounds. We're going to get as much content as we possibly can. So, again, just keep an eye out for him running around and just doing a bit of filming. And hopefully we can get a load of fresh content to go on VWDRCTV, our YouTube channel.
In fact, speaking of content, one last thing, little quick plea. I'm putting together a little article for a certain Volkswagen magazine about the DRC test day, which has just gone. I'm kind of halfway through it, struggling a little bit because I wasn't there. If anyone's got anything they fancy messaging me about, some information, not just a time and stuff. Well, I did 8 runs and this was it, but a bit about your car, stuff like that.
I'll knock something together for you, Pirate. I would, I'll do that.
Nothing much, just a few lines. If you get 10 cars with 5 lines, there's a page done.
Once I'm off this, I'll go do knock it up and message you.
I would appreciate that because I'm usually at everything. Unfortunately, I was bedridden with a lurgy, so it's a bit tricky. So yeah, thanks if anybody can do that for me. Cheers.
Sweet. Okie dokie. Well, everyone that has been watching, make sure you've liked this VWDRC feed, and hopefully you've already clicked share because that's what you should have already done. Gentlemen, I have got work in 3 hours, so I've got to get 2 hours sleep. the usual.
Stay off the M1 again,
yeah. It's the usual stuff, I had a sleep this afternoon. I had a walk, and then I had a sleep. No. Safety first. Right, gentlemen. Been superstars. If you joined in late on this feed, of course, as soon as I've ended this in a couple of seconds, I shall upload it to YouTube as well. Do keep sharing them for us, because the more people that watch them every week, the more people learn about our races. And that's it.
Yeah. And don't forget, you can catch Luke on Motorsport Radio just before each as well for a preview.